Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So it's Sunday morning, it is the 20th of February and it's cloudy but it's not raining, so I thought we'd have a little ride today. Coffee first thing in the morning, most important part. Let's get the door up. So excuse the noise as the door goes up. So yeah, it's not too bad, so I thought we'd get out, have a little ride, go and look at the sea. And after all this rain, do I really want to see any more water? Okay, as you can see outside, which I'm sure you can, maybe, it's not too bad. Right, let's get the bike out. Let me put my coffee cup down a minute, hang on. Turn you around, I think, just a little bit, shall we? Or maybe not. Right, we'll get this, get the beast outside ready to roar, shall we? Hey? There we go, look at it. And as you can emerge into the weather, it's not too bad, is it, to be fair? Hey? It's not too bad at all. Let me just take you off here and I can show you. Look at that, hey? Okay, we have a few clouds, but you know what? There's nothing drastic, is there? That's a bit of a big one there. Look at that though, isn't that beautiful, eh? Every cloud has a silver lining. I'm not too sure what this one's going to be, mind you. There you go, eh? Right. Oh, my little palm trees, eh? You know, we could turn this into a bit of a culture channel, couldn't we? Look at this, eh? Believe it or not, I started off with 6 palm trees and I've now got 4. Due to the fact that my skills on a sit-on mower aren't always the best. Okay, so we're going to go back to the bike. I'm going to finish my coffee off and then we are, look at that, hey? Isn't she absolutely gorgeous, hey? Oh, I know I keep saying it, but you know. Right then, so like I said, I'm going to finish my coffee. And then we're going to get on the bike. We're initially heading to a place called Penmarc'h, but we're going to do a little sort of past and to the left of Penmarc'h, or is it the right? Well, it's one of the two, isn't it? To a place called Saint Grinol, I think it's called. Strange pronunciation, which is like a little fishing harbour. Now, I dare say it's going to be pretty busy because, well, just because it's the time of the year, isn't it? So anyway, right. I'm going to get myself ready, get all the kit on, get the cameras on board, and off we will jolly well. Okay, so we have our trusty tripper connected today. Due to the fact there's a couple of ways that you can go to this, and I can't remember either of them. Oh, and I live here, that's the best of it. It's still never mind. Right, let's give you a bit more elevation, I think, on the camera. How's that? That should be okay. Right, and off we jolly well go, shall we not? Oh, hang on a sec, I've done all this and the one thing that I have forgot to put on is the front camera. Silly me. So hopefully we can just flick it on and that should be it. Save me getting all off the bike. Right. And off we jolly well go, eh? Oh, automatic visor. Do you know, I wish, I love these helmets, I really do, but I wish they'd stay open, but they don't even lifting up, see? Well, the trusty navigation seems to be working okay. I think I've only used this once before, I think, or maybe twice, if I remember rightly. I did it when I took it back for its first service, because, you know, I've got to be honest, I mean, I obviously knew the main sort of area to go to, but when I actually got up to Brest, I hadn't really got a clue of where I was going, and to be fair, he got me there no problem at all. So let's see how it does today. So we have some clouds, which isn't unusual for this glorious little region of ours, but we have not got any rain, so at the moment that's a bonus. In fact, it's a good bonus. Right, okay, so like I said, the place that we're going to is a place called Saint Grenoli, or I don't know. It's just outside Penmarc'h. It's a nice area, and so I thought we'd have a nice ride out there. What I was going to actually do at first was I was just going to get there and put the cameras on and say, hi, we're here. And then I thought, well, you know what, you might as well come on the ride with me, and then I'll do a Billy No Mates and come back all on my own. Else it does tend to make the video rather long. I mean, I got to be honest, I'm not known for making hugely short videos, you know, and I don't know, you hear all different sort of opinions on that. Oh, if you make videos that are too long, people won't watch them and all that. Well, you know, I don't know. Me, if I want to watch someone's video, I tend to watch the whole thing regardless. You know, okay, I don't think maybe I'm gripped all the way through everyone's video, you know, there might be bits of boring bits, but at the end of the day, you know, I tend to stick with it. And if I don't want to, if I do want to skip through, then you skip through. So I'm not too sure that time does actually make a huge difference, yeah. Right, oops. Do you know what? I know that a lot of people say with these trippers, oh, you don't need them, and you know, because like, you know, the map's on there, although you ain't going to read that one. I mean, I could put just the normal Google Maps on, you know, but yeah, I quite like these, I do. Let's see if it gets us to where we want to go, eh? That could be interesting. I just wish that they developed this map maybe a little bit more, you know, put a few more, like a home point in it. And what annoys me is every time that you turn the bike off, you have to reset it all up again, you know, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. But from what I can gather, there's something to do with the chips that they put in these, and apparently they've sort of run out of the chips. So from what I can understand, from what I've heard, they're not going to fit the trippers onto any more of their bikes, which I think is a shame. But of course, I suppose what it does mean is that the bikes that have already got the trippers on, that's your lot. I don't think that they'll spend any money developing a better program for it. You know, if they're not going to fit any more on, it's just not going to work, is it? And here we have the cycle lads, and fair play. Oh my god, there's a fair few amount of them as well. Now I don't want to get in their way because we're coming up to the junction, so we'll let them go first. There's nothing like getting them muscles in the legs going, eh? I'll stick to I'll stick to the motorbike. Oh dear, I'll just be a lazy one. There you go. Now nobody can say that, you know, I don't respect other road users, because I do. I'm a huge believer in that, and take my hat off to these. I've said it many times before. You know, these guys that get out there, you know, and they, you know, they get on the push bikes and they pedal away. Fair play to them. Now, I did, like I said, following the trip out, I've got to be honest, I would have took me straight on here. It sort of took us round in a circular thing, but of course I know the shortcut through. It doesn't, so just be interesting to see exactly what it does and where it takes us. Hopefully it's going to take us to where we want to go. Actually, what it should do is take us straight over here, and I think in its strange sort of way that's what it's trying to do. So you know what, I so it's turn right, turn left. Or maybe not. Oh dear. Okay, recalculating, is that what it says? I'm not too sure how this thing works. I mean, we are heading, actually I think that was the way it wanted us to come by the look of it. But I got to be honest and say, I know the area obviously because I only just live down the road. For someone that didn't, that wasn't the clearest, and I think this is when you look at the tripper there, it gives you the next turn. Like now it's saying we're going to get to an island, and you know, whereas if somebody would have come up to that junction then, which we've just been round, and they didn't know where we were, that could have caused a few problems for them, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm sure we would have recalculated. Right. Now this, I don't think we've come out this way. I don't normally come out this way, even heading in the direction that we're heading in, because I will always cut through. So yeah, this is a new way to you people, my trusty followers. And just getting back to the length of the videos, I do sort of get it that you know, people put on longer videos, and I think one of the main reasons that they actually do it is to get their watch time hours up, because obviously, you know, if you want to become like a real hardened YouTuber, and you want to make some money out of it, you know, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, that's great. If you can earn, even if, I suppose, if you earn a few bob out of it, just to sort of fund what you do, you know, as in fuel. Let's face it, fuel's not cheap. Fuel, or cameras, or maybe you do camping trips and that sort of stuff. If you're earning a little bit of money off your YouTube channel, then yeah, you know, I get all that. You know, Mr. YouTube, if you'd like to put me on the earning capacity, I will be very grateful. Anyway, but so from what I can gather, I haven't really looked into it that much, but from what I can gather, you have to have I think it's 4,000 viewing hours, along with 1,000 subscribers. Well, I ain't nowhere near the subscribers. I think I've got 310, which I am absolutely duly thankful of, you know. So yeah, that's great. As far as the viewing hours, I'm not 100% sure what I have actually got viewing hours. The last time I looked, it was 3,400 something, I think, because you get a thing sent you every month, your monthly review, and it asks you questions about your own channel, you know. Which video do you think is the most looked at? I always get it wrong. Oh dear, still, never mind, such is life. I'm just looking at my mirrors. They look a bit dirty. I don't know why. The bike's only been in the garage and it's not exactly dusty. Right. Well, the weather's very strange, isn't it, today here? We're cloudy, but we're not cold. Talking of cold temperatures, look at this. This is steamed up, fogged up, steamed up, whatever you want to call it again. You know, I mean, it's come out of the garage. Like I said, very, very dry garage and condensation. What can I say? Anyway, okay, so it's saying 24 degrees. So what, we reckon we're going to knock off about 3. So 21, and I do think that's about right, because I checked the weather, because when I arose this morning, it was extremely foggy, and I looked at the temperature and it said that today was going to be about 21. So yeah, but I have been told that we have a heat wave coming up Europe, from crossed over from Africa, I do believe, and it's heading up to Europe, right up the middle of Europe, which hopefully will hit us and give us some warmth for the change. Okay, so roundabout, well, I'm presuming that this is the roundabout that it's telling me about, and it's saying, okay, well, the big 3 there, if that's supposed to be that, well, that's not the third exit because it's only showing 2. So I'm presuming, well, this ain't even a roundabout really, is it? So I'm not sure. I think the roundabout that it's on about is at the end of this road here. I'm thinking. I could be wrong. I think there's ways that you have to sort of read, you have to guess a little bit with these trippers. Do you know what I mean? You can't and it changes, right, so here's a roundabout. I don't know what the 3's for, I'm not too sure, but anyway, what it's saying is, by the look of it, oh right, okay, take the 3rd exit. Okay, sounds pretty cool. Take the 3rd exit, so there you go then. 1, we don't want that one. Number 2, and we're going down here. There. Well, there you go. So yeah, okay. I suppose what it is, because I never use this, I actually forget what it actually tells you. What it's saying is ETA, hey, I like it, estimated time of arrival is 2 minutes past the hour of 11. Sorted then, eh? So hang on a sec, what's the time? Oh, that normally tells me the time. It's 10:39 on the phone, so yeah. Well, that's not too bad, is it, eh? We'll have a little ride there, we can have a little look round there and see what it's like, how busy it is, hey? And that's not, by the time it's all finished, that shouldn't be a too long a video, should it really? You know? I got to be honest, I'm still not happy with this, you know, this clouding up of these clocks. I mean, there's no real excuse for it, is there, when you think about it? You know, it's a brand, well, not quite brand new. We've had this conversation before, but where was I? You know, this bike has never been ridden in the rain. So there's, you know, but I mean, getting condensation in the electrical part just can't. I don't know. It's something silly. I mean, I love these Royal Enfields. You know, I really do. I've said it so many times before, and I'll keep on saying it. You know, you know, I think they're unfairly knocked for a lot of things. But you know, silly things like that, you know, the condensation. Actually, condensation is probably humidity. I think that's the word that I should be using, isn't it? Humidity. It's not really acceptable, is it? And from what I can gather, it's been a thing that's been going on the Himalayans, definitely the Himalayans now. Well, ever since they come out, I think, which was what was it? They come out 2016, was it? I think it was around there. We're now 2023. I mean, it's not, shouldn't really take a lot of working out that it needs to be sorted out, but I don't know. Well, it hasn't been sorted, has it? So there you go. So the people out on their bike, good morning, sir. And why not? Why not indeed? So yeah, I do know that people that watch me have got other models of the Himalayan, at me, of Royal Enfield. So yeah, do you have trouble with your clocks? I'm going to be careful how I say that, I'm not. Do you have trouble with the clocks on your bike, is the question that I'd like to know. Or is it just down to us poor Himalayan owners? I'm not sure. Let me know. It will be interesting to know. Do you know, and that started off a bit high pitch. I just love how these are now, or mine anyway, you know, I mean, coming on to 1,850 odd. It's really, well, again, I love it, you know, it runs great. Okay, you know, it's not the fastest things on two wheels, we all know that, but neither am I, and so we go hand in hand, yeah. It suits me. I mean, I shouldn't really keep saying what I'm doing on YouTube, should I? There's probably some gendarmes sat there saying, ah, yes, this bloke's out again, is he? Yeah, but well, compile this case against him. But anyway, it easily achieves the national speed limit, no problem whatsoever. And yeah, I certainly like that noise, that sound of the exhaust. Oh my god, that was a good splatter. Something there whacked the boys at a treat. Do you know, I've got an open face helmet at home, and I often think, you know, especially, you know, when the weather gets warmer, I often think, you know what, I'd sort of like to wear it, you know, because get the airflow to your face and call yourself, and it is appealing. I mean, you know, it really is appealing. But in cases like that, I mean, that, I don't know what that was, but it's left a bit of a mess. I mean, obviously you can't see it because the visor's behind the camera, and it only just missed the camera, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, if I'd have had an open facer on, that would have been straight on the cheek, and that would have hurt, you know. So I don't know, maybe I'm getting a bit of a wooz in my old age, but I don't want to get slapped by any bugs. Right, now you have to be very careful of this place here, because there is a lot of junctions where you have not got right away, so a bit of concentrating here wouldn't go amiss. Oh, I think them two lost each other. Don't know if they're together, but I don't know. The one's like, where are you going? Well, I'm sort of thinking, I think we should have gone down there. Do you know what? I think we, maybe not, I don't know. It's, well, it's, I think it wants me to go back up this way. It does, yeah. So that was actually me that actually did that. I got it wrong, it didn't get it wrong, I got it wrong. These things are sent to try us. I do apologise, Mr. Tripper. Now this is the bit where nobody seems to know whose right away it is, but luckily for me, at the moment, there you go, sorted. In this area here, they used to have, before COVID took a grip and ruined so many things, but they used to have a bike show, an old bike show, you know, where you old bikes and bits and pieces, and I mean it was quite good, you know. It was a good half a day out, for want of a better word. Oh shit, sorry, I didn't see him there, excuse my French as well. There's me rambling and he come from behind a car. No, but they used to have this old bike show here, and it was really good. You know, like I said, you could do half a day, and it was great, you know, loads to see. It really got busy. Used to be on for 2 days, on a Saturday and Sunday, but like I said, it stopped obviously, you know, the first year of COVID with the lockdown, and then the second year we had another lockdown, and it's never really recovered, you know. It's just stayed the same. It just doesn't seem to have started up again, and I don't know whether people thought, well, you know, it's not worth it, or I don't know. But it's a shame. We don't get, you know, when I lived in the UK, there was always bike shows, you know, somewhere along the line, you know, that you could go to that wasn't too far away. There was one in Wales that I used to go to, brilliant one. You know, there was one down in Somerset Western, the Western Bike, the Western Beach race. I mean, that was a cracking show. I mean, you know, on every year,
I'm not too sure if that one is still on, but yeah, I mean, I went to that so many times, you know. I mean, okay, I am going back a few years now, but we don't have a lot of that stuff here, and it's a shame, really. And if they do tend to have any sort of show, it tends to be somewhere down south, which I gotta be honest does make a lot of sense because of the weather, but it tends to be huge, you know. And then you tend to find that the facilities aren't good, and you know, I don't know, still near mind. Anyway, I'm not worried about going to a bike show today. I'm just glad to be out on my own bike. So the weather does look kind at the moment. Let's hope it stays kind. I saw my daughter off yesterday with her family. They went down to the Vendée in their tent. She put some pictures on this morning, bright and early, and yeah, I reckon they're going to have some great weather there. I love the Vendée, I really do. Nice area. We've gone down there a few times, and it's I know it's a bit of a strange thing to say this, but I just like to get out of the Breton. I really do. I think it's nice to go somewhere and know that you're going to get decent weather. I think that's what the main thing is, you know, because there's nothing worse, you know. I mean, yeah, okay, we're not the only place this year to have had some really awful weather, you know. There's been a lot of places, but we are known to have more than our fair share of rain. You know, that's putting it nicely, which is such a shame, because like I've said so many times before, it's a beautiful area, the Breton. When the weather's nice, there's some fantastic places, you know. Beaches we have here, you know, the Breton and Normandy, very similar, but the weather in Normandy, you know, I've always believed it to be better than what we get here. And now that I've got one of my followers who is based up there, who we talk quite a lot, and I gotta be honest, he seems to have a lot better weather than I do. I will be up there soon, sir, and we will see. I'm going up sometime in September. I'm going to do a little tour of the like I've said, of the war graves and the, you know, the attractions. It's not really the right word to use, is it? You know, but unfortunately, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because it's a passion. So I absolutely love that area, so I'm going to go up there. Hopefully we're going to meet up, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm too sure what I'm going to do yet, where I'm going to stay, as in whether I'm going to camp or whether I'm going to find something different to stay in. We will see, shall we not? Do you know, I was going to put my, I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video, I can't remember, but I was going to put my my Airtex jacket on, and I'm glad I didn't. You know, I'm really glad that I didn't, because like now, for instance, although it's saying 25, it's still quite nippy when you get, you know, when you get cloud cover and that. What's that ETA? Still the same? Still 2 minutes past 11, and according to the time it is 11:53, so yeah, we ain't got long now at all. Now there's St Gwenole, I think it's called, Gwenole. Obviously, obviously the tripper, the tripper pronounces it better than I do, which isn't hard. So we will actually, from Penmarc'h, we will actually, well, I think we'll go to St Gwenole first. Gwenole. It's quite lively, isn't it, for a Sunday round here? I mean, it's amazing how it's all going to change. Give it another couple of months, you know, when we get into like October time, you'll do this sort of run and this will be dead, you know. Literally, you know, apart from somebody venturing out to the boulangerie to get the bread of a Sunday morning, it will be extremely quiet. But of course, it's holiday season, so you do expect a few more people. Now Gilvenick, there's a big site at Gilvenick called, I think it's called Yellow Village, and yeah, that's quite nice. It's a big site. This is very touristy area around here, you know. Few bikes out this morning, eh? I dare say there'll be a few more out this afternoon. There's a sign up here which I'm going to poke you up. Look, Fête de la Sardine. I'm sorry, I just love it. How the hell can you have, you know, a festival for sardines? the French do some strange things, you know. Still, although of course sardines are very popular in the Breton area, they do like their sardines. Me, it's not my favourite fish by any means, but I get it, you know. Yeah, mackerel, give me a mackerel any day of the week. Fresh caught mackerel, love it. I'm lucky enough that where my wife works, she from time to time brings home some nice fresh mackerel, and I tell you what, it takes a lot of beating. I mean, you know, I do like all sorts of fish, apart from sardines. Really, I'm not really into sardines. I think sardines are, you know, you either love them or hate them. It's just, I think what it was when I was a kid, you know, you had sardines on toast. Oh, dearie me. You know, I mean, okay, I get it, you know, full of goodness and omega-3 and all that, although I'm not too sure back in the 60s if that was that important then. But yeah, I love fish, but mackerel is one of my favourite fish. It really is. And swordfish, I like swordfish. Swordfish is nice. Okay, well, it seems like the old the old tripper, you know, I mean, it does work a treat. Now hang on, because yeah, I think, do we want to go? It's alright, although I've put Penmarc'h into the tripper because this was the sort of area that we wanted to go. yeah, it still is the way that we want to go. As he totally and utterly misses the gear. What this cycle track here, look, that's what we need more cycle tracks. I've often said this, you would think France being such a big cycling nation, I mean, come on, Tour de France, you know, I mean, no, but you would actually think, wouldn't you, that France being such a big cycling nation, that, you know, they would actually put in more cycle tracks. But yeah, obviously not. Another reason I like the Vendée, it's flat. And if ever I was going to go on a biking, as in push bike holiday, which I don't think I ever will, it's something that I'd love to do, to be honest, but I just know that my knees just wouldn't cope. They really wouldn't cope, you know. Okay, so let's keep an eye on, because I think for Saint Guenol we have to turn off before we actually get into Penmarc'h, or it could even be after. Town centre. Oh, hang on, port, there you go. Fair enough, we're actually getting there. Okay, I'm gonna stop the navigation now, which I've just done. Navigation ended, sorted. Because it's only going to keep saying to me, hey, you've missed a turning, you need to go back, which I haven't, because, well, I have technically, but it's where I want to go now, which we are, because Penmarc'h is down there, and although Penmarc'h is a pretty little place, I just thought we'd go to the actual fishing port, you know, which, because it still is an actual active fishing port. So, and I do like things like that, when, you know, not everything becomes a holiday maker's dream, although there's probably quite a few tourists there as well. But what I need to do is to keep my eyes peeled, as they say. Keep my eyes peeled. Where are we now? Because somewhere around here, it's been a fair time since I've been out here. I have a friend that lives out here, and she runs a little shop, got a successful shop, jewellery and trinkets, but I'm not too sure if I'd be actually doing a justice saying trinket. Beautiful things, she makes them herself, absolutely gorgeous they are. Yeah, she's a qualified jeweller, and beautiful stuff she makes. Anyway, she's not open today, which is a shame actually, because we could have popped in and said hello, but we won't, because she isn't. Right, and oh, I don't know what I just flew through then, but a swarm of, well, not exactly a swarm, bit of an exaggeration there, but a few black-eyed insects whacking off the helmet. I think that's a church that maybe has seen better days, or maybe they're going to restore it. I'm not too sure. Now let me see. Now I think this is it that we're actually coming into now. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've actually been here, so yeah, but we will have a look. Not fair to town, that's I'm not too sure. Let's go up here and see. Oh no, I think this actually takes us to the actual port. That's a nice little cafe there, look at it, eh? That's very pleasant there, look, eh? There's if I remember, there was a bit of a parking. A few gendarmes there. I wonder why that would be. I don't know why there's so many gendarmes around, huh? So we better take it nice and easy, and but actually it's all sort of shuttered off there. That's my friend's shop there, that one there. Okay, so basically I think we're going to go down there, because we're not actually going to get and walk round to the bit that I was going to do. I don't know why the gendarmes have got it all shut off, but there's obviously some sort of reason for it. Now I've got to be honest, unless I oops, well that's a dead end up there. So we seem to have ended up in like the little housing estate. Well, it's all different, isn't it? It's all about riding the bike, but I'm just trying to think, because there's no point in us going back in the town that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just trying to think where. Or what is the best way out here, which I've got to be honest, at the moment it definitely is a lot of guesswork. I think when you get on these, like these little estates which we're on, you until you see a sign. I mean, okay, you know, I could stop and shove it in a map and it will tell me exactly where I want to go. Oh, it's nice to have a bit of it. I think I'll just put the sun visor there. They're very strange. Obviously, for that many gendarmes to be out of a... I mean, you don't see that many gendarmes in a year there normally. Oh, this visor. I'm not too sure if it's worn. Mind you, I think it's always been like this from a brand new helmet. It won't stay up, which is really annoying in a way because, you know, technically speaking, when it's your helmet, you should have the right to say if you want the damn thing up or not. But still, never mind. Well, I think I'm going to have to admit defeat here and stop somewhere and recalculate the map. Oh, hang on, this looks a pretty bit of a main road-ish, maybe. I think this person in front of me could be having exactly the same trouble, as in doesn't quite know where they're going, which is fair enough. And maybe the biker, or the push biker there, could be having the same as well. Now, I'm not too sure whether we want to go left or right here, but we're gonna go left for a minute, and we're going to see where this brings us out. Like I say, it's a ride. It gets me out of the house because stuck in so many times. Right, hang on. Okay, so yep, we're actually leaving it now. Actually, look, Saint Wenol and Gwynol. Oh well, okay. Right, okay. So I do believe that this is the right direction. So I saw on the internet, again, it's only what we see, and the proof will be in the pudding, that the new Himalayan 450 is due to be released. But of course the 2023 model has only just come out, hasn't it, which is still the 411. So you gotta think, is it a bit of hype, you know? I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe, obviously, if I was going to have a new Himalayan at this very moment, which I'm not, but if I would be, and the 450 model was available, then I think that's what I'd do, you know. I think I'd go for the 450 model without, well, you know, it really would be a bit of a no-brainer, wouldn't it? But I don't know, it just seems, are they not? Anyway, and I do believe as well with the Royal Enfield range, there's a new Bullet going to come out, because the Bullet was stopped, wasn't it? And so maybe that's going to be launched as well. I mean, they do seem to be launching some nice models. I mean, I really do like the Royal Enfield range. Like I said loads of times, I'm more than happy buying this. I really am. I know I've done things to it, you know, I've sort of modified it myself and changed things and added things, but I think that makes it, I won't say, you know, I bought the bike and I did all that because I wasn't happy with the way it performed. I mean, little things that I've done to it, well, really speaking, only 2 things that I've done to it have made a slight difference, which was the exhaust and the air filter, and all they did really was just make it more responsive. I mean, it doesn't alter the top speed at all. So basically, yeah, you know, the rest of the bits and pieces that I've put on are for my own personal usage and liking. Right, okay, well look, that's a little ride. I could drag this on, couldn't I? I could keep going and go. One of these times that we do actually come out, we'll go that side there. Is just reminding me, there's a place called Loch Toody, and it's a medieval little village. You can't go into it with a vehicle. You have to park outside, and you sort of walk round. This time of the year, I tell you, it is a total utter no-no. It's packed, absolutely packed. There's that many tourists there taking selfies that you can hardly walk around, and there's nothing wrong with selfies. I mean, there's not, trust me, I've done some selfies in my time. But okay, look, anyway, that is an ideal sort of October time, you know. That's nice, that is. They do a Christmas market there as well, so maybe again, you know, try that. Right, okay, listen, so I hope you've enjoyed this little ride out of me just again talking away to my little heart's content, but at least I've had the weather. I hope you understand I have to take full advantage, and I can't really plan that much because, you know, it's a day-to-day thing on what the weather does do. So I hope you're all well. Hopefully you've got good weather, and if you're a biker, you're out in it today. If you're not, you're just relaxing in the garden or doing whatever it is it takes for you to enjoy yourselves. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.